to talk to you all about bullying, and I'm going to mention the types of bullying, the way it can affect a person, and ways that we could prevent this from happening. So there are, normally they say it's 3 types of bullying, not including social bullying, or not including cyberbullying, sorry. And verbal bullying is any type of name calling, teasing, and taunting, such as calling somebody ugly, a loser, any type of foul names you would think. Social bullying is when you try to ruin the person's reputation by either spreading rumors about them, telling other people, not to hang out with them, outcasting, excluding, and embarrassing somebody in public. Physical bullying is when you do a physical act to somebody that harms them, such as kicking, hitting, pushing, and any type of physical harm towards somebody. And cyberbullying, which right now is the most common, is any bullying done through the internet, such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, text messaging, anything through electronic technology. So the effects these type of bullying could any effects that could be done towards a person is they could experience depression, anxiety, loneliness, suicide, and retaliation. Depression could lead to anxiety and loneliness because a person might feel like they're not wanted, like nobody cares, and usually isolate themselves in their own world to not be harmed in what they think like more bullying. So they isolate themselves in order to not get bullied, and therefore themselves are being depressed by their own actions. Suicide is a more exaggerated effect that bullying can cause, which suicide, other than depression, anxiety, and loneliness, can't be taken back. Once a person has killed themselves, there's no way of resuscitating and coming back to life and apologizing and all that. Same goes with retaliation. With retaliation, a person can feel hatred towards the people that bullied them, therefore maybe going to the extreme, going back to them, either cause a major scene where they like events that have happened where kids take guns to school and decide to threaten the other people that bullied them. And it's the same thing as suicide. There's no way from coming back from that. Once you decide to harm somebody and actually shoot them, there's no way you could bring that back, or you could be sent to jail. The ways we could stop bullying would be, the first way is to speak up. If you see one-on-one with a person, you see them calling them names or something, just step up and tell them to stop. It's not right. It doesn't matter who is being bullied. The fact is they are being bullied, and it shouldn't be that way no matter if they're an outcast or a loner or any other type of reason why they're being bullied. Another way is to report to authorities, which can be a teacher, a counselor, a parent, anybody, an adult that can actually help you, and maybe sit both of the people, the victim of bullying and the culprit, actually the person bullying them, and maybe talk about what's going on. And another way is to ignore it. Obviously, if it's rumors and you know that they're not true, why are you gonna go ahead and go on with it as well? It's like saying you are that when it's not. So why follow them too? A way of stopping cyberbullying is to simply block the other person. Just as simple as that. There's a button where you could just block them. You don't have to see their negative comments or negative posts. And how do you call it? I want to say I've blanked out. But my final conclusion is, there are many types of heroes in this world. It could be cops, doctors, firefighters. You could think of many heroes, but to a single person, you can be a hero to them. You can stand up for them and make them feel wanted. You're gonna take them away from the thoughts of being lonely, being depressed, and maybe even suicide. You could take all that pain away by just being a friend. All you have to do is tell a person to stop, and maybe encourage the other person to not listen. So we can all be a hero if we just step up and try to be a friend.